is the Executive Director of Spot 127, which is a brand new youth media center in Phoenix with a focus on empowering high school students in the media field. So you've obviously put a lot of time and effort into getting this going, so tell us a little bit about Spot 127.
Absolutely, Corey. About 3 years ago, KJZZ, which is the NPR affiliate in Phoenix, Arizona, started sending journalists into South Mountain High School to teach fundamental journalism skills, but from an industry expert, an actual reporter that was doing it on a daily basis. And one of the things she did was she had the students create original radio pieces, some of which actually made air on NPR, which was an exceptional opportunity for the students. The program was so successful, there was such a desire for students to learn from professional journalists, that KJZZ decided they needed to expand. So they worked with Phoenix Union High School District to secure a building, and it was an old cyber high school that was no longer in use, that they could use for 5 years rent-free to start a full digital media learning center for high school students.
And I don't know that there is something out there, before this happened for students to be able to have that opportunity.
Sure. There are similar programs throughout the nation that do specific things. You'll see programs that offer radio programs for high school students or that offer a video component. To have everything under one roof is pretty unique. The other thing that we do that's very different than a lot of other programs is we bring in experts in the industry.
Okay.
So when we teach about video, it's not from my knowledge or from an instructor that we pay's knowledge. It's from somebody that does video on a daily basis in a professional setting. So these students are learning from industry experts that have a world of knowledge far greater than what we could provide on our own.
Right, and they're learning a lot of foundational skills as well. So it's not just learning how to, edit video and things like that. So what kinds of things can students, aside from that, learn foundationally?
Sure. Well, the whole program is based in journalism. That's the essential concept of it. But we do it in a very fun and engaging way. All of the stories are the students' own creations. So they come to us as a regular journalist would and pitch a story that they think is relevant, newsworthy, and that needs to be told. And then we help them edit that down. And that's really where we get into the foundational skills, where we start teaching things like, how do you call an adult to set up an interview? What do you wear to an interview? How should you present yourself when you go to an interview? And you're really teaching basic life skills that'll help these students for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely.
But you're using a context of journalism and of digital media, which is much more approachable to a high school student.
Right. And you have some interesting courses, like food, and kind of talk a little bit about that.
Sure. So we go the entire school year with an after-school program. And we have 3 main components that we use. We start out with print and photography, and then we jump into audio, and then video. But we have this component of food journalism, which people sort of look at and go, I don't see how food journalism fits. But it's a great opportunity. We had 11 students in over summer in an initial summer boot camp to teach students. And we asked the students, tell us about an important story that's going on in your community that's hard-hitting, that people want to know about. And we got this look. No idea whatsoever. So we sort of rewound. And we discovered we have to give them a little more context to them to start thinking in terms of what's newsworthy and what a journalist
learning
would
those
do.
basic, important skills.
Absolutely. And so we thought there are 2 things that everyone can relate to: music and food.
Absolutely.
And since I couldn't take hours of music every day after I put in 8 hours already, we thought food was a good place to start. And so we start with food journalism. And instead of asking what's a hard-hitting news story that's really compelling to you, we ask the students, what is the best meal you've ever had in your life?
Right.
Everybody has a thought on that, and they jump right into it, and there's passion, and there's excitement, and they want to tell you all about it. And the restaurant was great because of this, this, and this, and the food was delicious. And so we use that as sort of the introduction into each section. So we have the students start on a food journalism project where they're doing a review of a meal that they love. Or they're talking about organic foods in schools. And it's approachable, it's a lot easier to get interviews, and they feel much less threatened to start out that way.
Yeah, it's empowering and creates the passion and the drive
Absolutely.
To be more interested and engaged.
Absolutely. We take that knowledge after they sort of developed it around food journalism and then link it into actual journalism. Then we say, you know how to interview someone, you know how to come up with a story, how to structure a story. Now let's talk about what's going on in your community. What's something that you're interested in?
Now, how is this like every day after school? Like what is, with students, obviously they're going, to their full day of high school.
You can't overdo it.
Right.
Because you'll burn them out real quick. We do 2 days a week after school.
2 days.
So we have a group of students that come in on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we have a completely different group that come in on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And do you have a lot of volunteers, I assume, that are participating right now to get this going?
Absolutely. We've been very fortunate. There have been a lot of people in the community that heard about this program and just got very excited. I think that if you have this skill set, you're always looking for a way to give back, but it's pretty rare you find that opportunity, and I think that's what we really provide for the community as well.
So if somebody wants to volunteer or they're interested in volunteering, how do they find out about Spot 127?
Well, for more information about Spot 127, if you're interested in volunteering, if you're interested in opportunities for students within the area, or if you'd like to donate to the program, you can go to spot127.org and get a lot more information about the program, and also a little bit more about the history and how we came to be.
Great, and congratulations on starting the first class. How many students?
We have 50 so far.
50, and how did that go? I mean, this is a fresh, brand new, I mean, I know you did your study and research, but now it's off the ground, and now it's actually happening.
It's always different when you actually see 50 students in one place.
I bet.
But we've been thrilled. The students we have in place are excellent. They've come with such energy and creativity, and they're so appreciative for the program. That's what we hear more than anything else, is they're shocked that it's free to them, that they get to come here after school, use the latest and greatest equipment, learn from industry experts at no cost, and we're giving them the tools to be successful. You know, the other thing I would point out is that Rio Salado College is a sponsor of this program.
Right.
Absolutely, because KJZZ falls under Rio Salado College. So one of the things that Rio is doing is they have earmarked 10 scholarships per year to the students in Spot 127. So we know that 10 students that otherwise would not have the opportunity to go to college will end up getting that opportunity.
It's even greater.
Which is absolutely incredible.
And
so we're very excited.
They'll have those skill sets to move forward and start their college.
It's very intimidating when you're a high school senior and it's time to go on to college. It's something as simple as filling out the collegiate application. I think back to when I was a senior, and the first question, your social security number. I had absolutely no idea.
I wasn't prepared.
I'd never been asked to put that on anything before.
Right.
But it serves as a great opportunity to bridge students into higher education. It's not threatening, it's not intimidating, and we help them with college applications, and we help them with things like that. So again, we're based in journalism and digital media, but we want these students to be successful, to go into higher education, and to learn the skills it's going to take to succeed in the job market.
Great. Well, I think it's very powerful what you're doing. And me, being, you know, a journalism graduate, having gone and seen the facility, which is absolutely beautiful and has a lot of great equipment that, you know, you see when you start college. And, you know, I was able to see a sample video. You did, was it a week or 2 weeks?
The students created an original news story, and they videoed it. They did the voiceover work, storyboarded the entire production in a week and a half.
And I can say that me having gone through, you know, college for journalism, being in, you know, videography courses over the semester, what they were able to produce was absolutely amazing in just a matter of a week or two. So what you're doing is definitely working. So.
We appreciate that. Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. And
absolutely. Thank you for having me.